Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ, the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City, the home of the Iowa Hawkeye baseball program. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Brandon Drew, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios, and we're getting ready for Game 2 of our doubleheader between Ottumwa and Mason City after the Bulldogs shut out the Riverhawks in Game 1, Ottumwa winning 8-0. The Bulldogs were the home team on the scoreboard in Game 1. They'll be the visiting team and bat first in Game 2. Coach Yeager's Game 2 lineup, very similar to Game 1. Miles Sainer leading off playing left field. Carter Thompson, the third baseman, bats second. Adam Greiner at second base hitting third. Tanner Shark will play first base and bat cleanup. Javen Rominger, the pitcher, bats fifth. Braylon Griffiths in right field hitting sixth. Dalton Dowd will catch and bat seventh. Tucker Long, the shortstop, hits eighth. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Lucas Barnes. Mason City head coach Troy Rude is shaking things up a bit for Game 2. Leading off and playing center field is Carter Thomas. Batting second, the second baseman, Justin Rivera. Keller Malik, the first baseman, hits third, and Cooper Weeman will catch and bat cleanup. Caden Tyler, the pitcher, batting fifth. Jake Gold at third base hits sixth. James Fingelson, the left fielder, batting seventh. Alex Dietz in right field hits eighth. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Ethan Roberts. The pitching matchup for Ottumwa, Javen Rominger making his fourth start. He's 1-1 with a 4.50 ERA, 14 innings pitched, 16 hits allowed, 12 runs, 9 earned, 7 walks, 1 hit batter, 15 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .239 against him. For Mason City, junior Caden Tyler making his fifth appearance, only his second start. He's 2-0 with a 2.55 ERA, 11 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, 5 runs, 4 earned, 5 walks, 1 hit batter, 11 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .162 against the junior. The head coaches, John Yeager for Ottumwa, Troy Rude for Mason City, meeting with the umpires at home plate, and now they've called Tyler Clubb, the assistant coach, over. Oh, they're going to take a picture here. So Tyler Clubb is now the photographer here as the umpires and coaches pose for a picture here at Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City. It's a special occasion for the umpires, too. And now the crew chief, the man who was the home plate umpire in Game 1, he tells his partner to conduct the meeting while he goes over and make sure he likes the photo that Tyler took. Not sure Tyler expected to be under the gun from the umpire over a photo today, but here we are. It's all right. It's all good. Looks like we will have the national anthem once this meeting is concluded, so we'll be ready to step aside for that. Bulldogs, by winning Game 1, even their record at 500, 7-7. Good that they fought back to the 500 mark after a slow start. You can get on the right side of 500 with a win here in Game 2. Mason City now 8-10. And believe it or not, we're nearing the halfway point of the season. This will be Ottumwa's 15th game, so we're not quite to 20 there. But Mason City, this is their 19th game. Next week will be a very busy week for Ottumwa baseball. Even more so because of the makeup game, the makeup doubleheader that's scheduled after the games at Hoover were rained out this past week, or earlier this week, I should say. Monday of next week, the Bulldogs will be at Des Moines Lincoln. Tuesday, they'll be at Hoover for the makeup. Wednesday, they'll host Des Moines Roosevelt. Thursday, they'll host Urbandale. Saturday is the morning trip to Decorah for games against Decorah and South Winneshiek. 10 games in 6 days. And maybe we will not have the national anthem. The video board had an American flag graphic on it, but now Mason City has taken the field, and so apparently we're going to play ball here. Right-hander Caden Tyler warming up. The defense behind him for the Riverhawks, James Fingelson in left, Carter Thomas in center, Alex Dietz in right. Jake Gold at third, Ethan Roberts at short, Justin Rivera at second, Keller Malik at first, and Cooper Weeman is behind the plate.
First base,
Miles Sainer, Carter Thompson, Adam Greiner, the top three in the Bulldog order. Sainer was 0 for 3 with a walk in Game 1. Ottumwa put 8 runs on the board in Game 1 despite having their top 2 hitters go a combined 0 for 7 and only reach base once. Bulldogs got a lot of production from the middle and the bottom parts of the order.
Shortstop, Ethan Roberts.
Tyler, a tall right-hander out there on the mound.
James Finsla. Center fielder Carter Thomas.
And he throws his last warm-up pitch, and Sainer will stride to the plate. Bulldogs still wearing the gray jerseys, white trim on the collar, red and white trim on the sleeves. Red lettering trimmed in white on the front, red numbers trimmed in white front and back, white pants, the red trim and the red caps. Sainer digs in, and we are just about ready for game two. The first pitch from Caden Tyler to Miles Sainer is in there for a strike 0-1, and we're underway at 6:57. Still 80 degrees under now mostly sunny skies here in Iowa City. That pitch lifted into left, but it's right at Fingelson, who makes the catch for out number one.
Batting second for the Bulldogs.
Here comes Carter Thompson. He was 0 for 4, grounded out 4 times in game one. Northwest wind 7 miles an hour, and really not even moving the flag on the flagpole here at Duane Banks Field. First pitch, ground ball to third, bobbled by Gold, but he picks it right up, throws to first low, and dug out nicely by the first baseman Malik for out number 2.
Batting third for the Bulldogs.
That brings up Adam Greiner with 2 out, nobody on. Greiner 1 for 4 with a triple and a run in game one. And if you're looking for parallels, Ottumwa did go down in order in game one in the first inning as well. Greiner, a high chopper foul, third base side, over into the dugout there. 0-1. No balls and a strike to Greiner, the wind and the pitch. Inside it hit him.
Hit by pitch by
Ottumwa
Greiner.
got hit by a pitch 3 times in game one. That is the second batter that Caden Tyler has hit this season. And for Greiner, the first time he's been hit. So here's Tanner Shark, who got hit twice in game one, also had a single, scored 2 runs. First pitch, lifted in the air, foul off to the left, out of play, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Greiner with a big lead out there, dancing around. There he goes. Pitch down low. The throw down to second. Out as Greiner is ruled to have overslid the bag, and he's saying, my hand's on the bag, but the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a hit batter, but nobody left. We go to the bottom of the first. Ottumwa 0, Mason City coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Opa! You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning, Ottumwa not able to score in the top half, and now Javen Rominger will take the mound for the first time today here in Iowa City. The defense behind him, Miles Sainer in left, Lucas Barnes in center, Braylon Griffiths in right, Carter Thompson at third, Tucker Long at short, Adam Greiner at second, Tanner Shark at first, and Dalton Dowd behind the plate. Carter Thomas, Justin Rivera, Keller Malik, the top 3 in the order for Mason City. Thomas was 0 for 2 in game 1. And then he was pitching but lifted in the third inning, so only had the 2 at-bats. Mason City still wearing the white jerseys that have the red sleeves. Red lettering on the front with a black flourish underneath. The numbers on the back have an American flag pattern to them, stars and stripes, red, white, and blue. White pants with black trim, red caps with white brims for the Riverhawks. The red and white of Ottumwa, the red and black of Mason City. Thomas, left-handed hitter, stands in. Tanner Shark kept him off base in the first game, and you want to keep him off base. He has 14 stolen bases. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Rominger's first pitch of the night. Grounded sharply to second. Griner's got it cleanly. Throw to first and quickly one away.
Carter Thomas.
Mason City put 12 first pitches into play in game one. And Thomas, who swung at the first pitch in both of his at-bats in game one, does so again here. Talking to Coach Yeager between games, he feels like that plays right into his pitcher's hands. Justin Rivera, the batter, first pitch, low ball one. Rivera 1 for 3 with a single in game one, and that's the first time all day he's taken a pitch. He put 3 first pitches into play in the opener. Now the 1-0. Popped in the air to right, shallow. Over underneath it is Griffiths to make the play for out number 2. That brings up the first baseman, Keller Malik. Malik 1 for 3 with a double in game one, and he put all 3 first pitches he saw into play. If you're sensing a trend here, Mason City ultra aggressive at the plate, at least today. The pitch, over but low, ball 1. Coach Yeager telling me that if a team's going to be hyper aggressive, having pitchers with good changeups really makes it for an easy night, and it certainly was for Tanner Shark in game one. As he gave up 6 hits, but other than the 4th inning when they had second and third nobody out, Mason City never really threatened him. Second pitch to Malik, missed down and in 2-0. Jabin's next offering, lifted into left center field, over is Barnes, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Rominger sets the Riverhawks down in order. We go to the second inning in a scoreless ball game on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning, Ottumwa nothing, Mason City nothing. Each team had 3 batters complete at-bats in the first inning, or at least complete plate appearances. Ottumwa had a hit batter with 2 outs, but then that was erased on a caught stealing. Don't expect Ottumwa to stop running. Both these teams like to run a lot. Mason City didn't have many opportunities in game one. Ottumwa had some opportunities and took them, but also had some extra base hits, so they didn't need to run as much. Tanner Shark was at the plate when Griner was caught stealing, so he'll lead off the second. Shark followed by Rominger and Griffiths. Tanner in game one had a single, was hit by a couple of pitches, 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored.
Batting for the Bulldogs, number 2 first baseman, Tanner Shark.
Shark digs in. His hit was a bunt single, and the third baseman Gold is in on the edge of the proverbial grass here. Pitch right down Broadway to Shark, 0-1. Again, 100% field turf surface here at Dwayne Banks Field. No dirt. But the infield where the dirt would be is colored brown. Shark a foul straight back down to the count 0-2. Sliding on this is different than sliding on dirt. Adam Griner ruled out at second trying to steal. He beat the throw, but he was ruled to have overslid the bag. As that pitch grounded back up the middle past a diving shortstop Roberts into center field, and Shark has a leadoff single. First hit of the game. I was talking to Adam about sliding between games because on his triple in game one, he nearly overslid third base. I joked with him that he was going to just keep sliding on that field turf, which doesn't really stop. It's the same whether it's brown or green. He was going to keep sliding all the way into the third base dugout. And he said, yeah, I've got to start that slide at the end of the pitcher's mound going to third. Rominger, the batter, he had a big game one. First pitch here, outside. Whoa, that got a call. The catcher, Weeman, reached outside, caught it, yanked it in, and held it over the corner, and the umpire gave him the strike call. That ball was half a foot outside. It's not where he brings the glove at the end on, but it's where the ball goes into the front of the plate. That pitch way outside. It's a pitch out. Throw down to first and Shark back in safely. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rominger in game one had an RBI double, drew 2 walks, stole a base, scored 3 runs, 1 for 2, but a huge impact on the game. 1-1, and the pitch. Breaking ball inside corner, strike 2. Scoreboard says 2-1. I'm not sure the guy operating the scoreboard can believe that first pitch was called a strike. That was an obvious frame job, and the umpire fell for it. Runner goes early, 1-2. Pitch poked in the air, foul off to the right, out of play. Tough break there for Shark, as he had such a huge jump, he would have stolen that without a throw. But with 2 strikes, Rominger had to protect the plate. And so he fouled off a pitch that might have been outside, but after that first strike call, you can't take anything anywhere near that corner. Still 1-2. Now a throw over, and Tanner dives back in safely. Luke Gomat coaching at first. John Yeager at third, of course, for Ottumwa. One and 2 to Rominger. Long pause and another throw over. And again, Tanner back in safely. Shark getting out to that same big lead. He knows how far he can get out and still dive back in without risking being picked off. The pitch bounces away, and Tanner down to second on a wild pitch. Count evens at 2-2, and now Shark in scoring position with nobody out. Two balls, 2 strikes. The stretch by Tyler in the pitch, breaking ball, chopped foul, as Rominger fights it off and stays alive. Still 2-2 to the Bulldog pitcher. A look back at second by Tyler, and the pitch. Ground ball sharply through the whole left side, base hit. Shark had to hold up to make sure it would get through. So he'll stop at third. Runners on the corners and nobody out. Back-to-back singles to start the second inning. That brings up Braylon Griffiths.
Now batting right fielder Braylon Griffiths.
The sophomore right fielder. 2 singles, an RBI, a stolen base, and a run in game one. Was 2 for 4.
Courtesy running Luke Reinhardt.
Get a courtesy runner for Rominger, the pitcher, at first. That'll be Luke Reinhardt. So he's at first, Shark at third, and the batter is Griffiths. The pitch. Fastball strike 0-1. Bulldogs trying to sweep Mason City here at Dwayne Banks Field, the home of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Fake to third, throw to first. They got the runner and run down, but the throw gets away. Safe at second is Reinhardt, and coming home to score on the throwing error is Shark, and Ottumwa leads 1-0. Well, the fake to third, they guessed right. Reinhardt was running, but then Caden Tyler's throw to first was low, and it got away from Keller Mollick. So Reinhardt is second. Shark scores. 0-1 the count Now to Griffiths. Still nobody out. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt of the catcher Weeman, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Sun still shining brightly here. Got an early start to game 2 because game 1 only took an hour and 31 minutes. The 0-2. Low and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ottumwa manufacturing a run so far here in the second inning. A single, a wild pitch, another single. And then they tried to put the runner in motion on first. A pickoff throw became an error that brought the run home. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3 for out number 1. I think Griffiths thought that one was high. First strikeout for Caden Tyler. 1 down for Dalton Dowd. Dowd did not play in game 1.
Batting for the Bulldogs, catcher Dalton Dowd.
He is 4 for 18, a .222 average, a double, a triple, and 3 RBI. Left-handed batter crowds the plate. First pitch, over but low, ball 1. Ottumwa broke game 1 open with a 4-run second inning. They've got a run here in this second inning. That pitch is high. And the count 2-0 to Dowd. Outfield straight away, not very deep. I don't know how often Mason City plays on a field this big, an outfield this big. And Tyler wheels as if to throw to second. Reinhardt gets back. Nobody was covering. A throw there would have been very unwise. 2-0 to Dowd. The pitch. Inside, got away from the catcher a little bit, far enough to the right that down to third goes Reinhardt on the wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the inning by Caden Tyler. Counts 3-0 to Dowd. Tucker Long on deck. Mason City with the runner at third and 1 out. The infield remains back. And the pitch is high, ball 4. Dowd with a 4-pitch walk, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Tucker Long will be the batter. I imagine we get another courtesy runner here.
Now batting, shortstop.
Tucker Long was 1 for 2 with a walk and a 3-run double in game 1. As Kason Palm will be the courtesy runner for Dowd. Second courtesy runner of the inning. And they're both on base. Reinhardt at third, Palm at first. 1 out. Long at the plate, trying to add to Ottumwa's 1-0 lead. But before that, Mason City's pitching coach is out of the dugout, and we will have a conference on the mound. Ottumwa hasn't hit anything really hard this inning. Sharks singled, went to second on a wild pitch. Rominger singled into third. The error scored the run and put the courtesy runner Reinhardt at second. A wild pitch put Reinhardt at third. Dowd walked. Palm now at first. And Long at the plate. Hasn't hit for a high average yet, but his talent and ability is already well known. Now, he's obviously already a very good pitcher and an excellent shortstop. The hitting is going to come along as he continues to grow and get stronger. Still just out of 8th grade. First pitch, outside corner, strike 1. Ottumwa had first and third earlier this inning, put a runner in motion. Mason City thought they had it sniffed out with the fake to third throw to first, but then they threw the ball away. They do it again, and now the runner again caught up. This time a good throw to first. Down to second. They'll get the tag there, but the throw to the plate not in time, and Ottumwa steals a run. Reinhardt scores, and it's 2-0. There's now 2 out, nobody on. Palm is out 1-3 to 6. But the run scores on the play. And Ottumwa was willing to trade that out for a run. That pitch outside to Tucker Long, 1-1. And you got to give Reinhardt some credit We're playing that really well. Long takes an inside strike, 1-2. Reinhardt didn't break too early and draw the attention of the Mason City defense. He waited until they were committed to trying to retire Palm, and then by the time they turned their attention back to Reinhardt, it was too late, as Luke came home well ahead of the throw. Pitch fouled off by Tucker Long, still 1-2. 2-0 Ottumwa here in the top of the second. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt, strike 3, and the inning is over. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Caden Tyler, but Ottumwa gets 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second. Bulldogs 2, Riverhawks nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning, Javen Rominger back out to the hill, now has a 2-0 lead to work with. 4, 5, and 6 due up in the Mason City order. Cooper Weeman, Caden Tyler, Jake Gold. Weeman in game 1 batted in the number 6 spot, was 1 for 3 with a single, moves up to the 4 spot here in game 2.
Leading off for the Mohawks, Cooper
When I went down to the dugouts to get the game 2 lineups, head coach Troy Root from Mason City apologized and said he was still trying to think through some things and he hadn't even started writing it down yet. One of his assistants brought it up a few minutes later, but Mason City, after being shut out 8-0 in game 1, flipped some things around. Weeman takes a pitch, I guess it missed low. Looked like it was on the inside corner, called a ball, 1-0. Now this pitch is in the dirt, 2-0. Rominger retired Mason City in order in the first inning on a ground out and a couple of fly balls. That pitch missed down and in, 3-0. I believe the number of Ottumwa fans outnumber the Mason City fans here tonight, as that pitch is way high, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to start the second inning. Mason City didn't draw a single walk in game 1. Tanner Shark only threw 66 pitches in that complete game shutout.
batting for Mason City, Caden Tyler.
So here is Caden Tyler, pitcher to pitcher. This pitch hit high in the air to left. Sainer going back on his horse into the corner. That's a foul ball. Tyler put a charge into it, but was a little out in front. He was 1 for 3 with a double in game 1. Another first pitch swing by Mason City. Oh, and 1 the count to Tyler. No courtesy runner for the catcher, Weeman, at first. They didn't have one for him in game 1 either. That pitch swung on and missed. Rominger blew it right by him, 0-2. Weeman is 7 for 8 in stolen base tries. But one thing Ottumwa has had in its favor tonight is both pitchers, Shark in game 1, Rominger in game 2, left-handed. And Mason City seems a little more reluctant to try to run on the left-handed pitchers, at least so far. Not that they had a whole lot of opportunities, only had 6 hits and no walks in game 1. Runner does go, the pitch is outside, the throw down to second by Dowd, not in time. Javen a little slow to the plate there. Off-speed pitch as well. Weeman gets his 8th steal. Count is 1-2 to Caden Tyler, now with the man in scoring position and nobody out. Javen comes set, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a high fastball for out number 1. First strikeout for Rominger, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. One down for Jake Gold. Played second base and then pitched in relief in game 1, playing third base here in game 2. 1 for 3 with a single in the opener. Javen's first pitch, downstairs, ball 1. A walk, a stolen base, and a strikeout so far here in the second inning. 1 on, 1 out. 2-0 Ottumwa as Mason City bats, bottom of the second. The 1-0. Liner caught by Shark at first. Back quickly to second is Weeman, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up James Fingelson, the left fielder. Fingelson up a couple spots in the batting order. Batted 9th in game 1, 7th in game 2. He was 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out in game 1. Left-handed batter, lefty-lefty matchup here. Tall hitter kind of leans in over the plate. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Mason City got a leadoff walk and a stolen base, but a strikeout and a lineout have given Javen Rominger a chance to get off the hook with a 2-0 lead intact. Look back at second in the 0-1. Low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sunshine no longer shining brightly on the field as it's slowly setting off to the west. The 1-1. Outside 2-1. Still have not turned on the lights here at Dwayne Banks Field. They don't need them yet, but 7:23 now here in the second inning. They'll need them fairly soon. Runner goes, pitch, chop foul at the plate. And the count goes to 2-2. Tough break that time for Weeman at second. He got a great jump. Would have had third stolen pretty easily. Instead, the count 2-2 to Fingelson. Alex Dietz on deck of the inning continues. A look back at second by Javen, the 2-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Froze him to end the inning. Second strikeout for Javen, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. No runs, no hits, 1 left after 2. Bulldogs 2, Riverhawks nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the third inning. Ottumwa looking to add to its 2-0 lead over Mason City here at Dwayne Banks Field, the home of the University of Iowa baseball program. And as I said during the Game 1 broadcast, an Iowa program that should have been playing in the NCAA tournament this year but didn't get a bid. At any rate, 9-1-2 due up for the Bulldogs here in the third inning. Lucas Barnes, Miles Sainer, Carter Thompson. Barnes in game 1, 1 for 3 with an RBI single.
Now batting center fielder.
If you weren't with us,
Lucas
Ottumwa won that game 8-0. Tanner Shark threw a complete game shutout. First pitch here to Barnes, up and in, ball 1. Caden Tyler, 30 pitches through 2 innings. He has struck out 2. He's walked 1. He's hit 1. He's given up 2 hits and 2 runs. That pitch inside, and he got a piece of Barnes. Now he's walked 1 and he's hit 2.
Now batting,
For
Miles
Lucas Barnes. That is the second time he's been hit this season. That one just nicked him, thankfully, so he's at first. And here's Sainer, who flew out to left his first time up. First pitch. Downstairs, ball 1. Tyler trying to go with a slide step here. Barnes down at first, 3 steals in 4 tries on the season. The 1-0. Lined up the middle, right into the glove of the pitcher, Tyler, and no chance for Barnes, doubled off 2 down. Boy, Sainer tagged it, and Caden Tyler just stuck his glove out and the ball found it. Tough break for Ottumwa there, nothing anybody could do.
Batting for the Bulldogs, number 19, third baseman, Carter.
So here's
Thompson.
Carter Thompson, a ground ball to short his first time up. Carter would like to elevate something here. And he hits a liner that's dropped by Gold, but he knocked it down, picked it up, throw to first, inning over. That's going to go in the book as Thompson's 6th ground out of the doubleheader, but he hit that one on a line. Probably should have been caught by Jake Gold, but he knocks it down, picks it up, and throws him out at first. Ottumwa, no runs, no hits, a hit batter, but a double play, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Bulldogs up 2-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, still Ottumwa 2, Mason City nothing. Javen Rominger on the mound. He's walked 1 and struck out 2 through the first 2 innings. 8-9 and 1 due up for the Riverhawks. Alex Dietz, Ethan Roberts, and Carter Thomas. Dietz 0 for 2, 2 fly balls to Miles Sainer in game 1.
Batting for Mason City, Alex Dietz.
Lefty to righty here. First pitch, upstairs, ball 1. Javen Rominger from the windup. Gets the sign from Dalton Dowd. The 1-0. Popped it up, right side. Out is Griner, in is Griffiths, and Griffiths will call off Adam and make the catch for out number 1. Now the number 9 hitter, Ethan Roberts. Roberts batted 7th in game 1, went 1 for 3 with a double.
Now batting, 24, Ethan Roberts.
1 out, nobody on, bottom 3. First pitch, over but low, ball 1. The next offering from Javen, inside corner strike, 1-1 to Roberts. The wind by the Bulldog lefty, and the next offering down and in made him dance out of the way, 2-1. Javen's next pitch. Downstairs, 3-1. Top of the order, Carter Thomas on deck. Hitters count for Roberts. The pitch, inside corner, strike 3-2. Roberts was about to toss the bat away. Instead, he'll have to hang in there. 3-2. The payoff pitch. Low ball 4. Second walk issued by Rominger. No one to walk the number 9 hitter. He'll try to pitch around it. Carter Thomas grounded to second his first time up.
Carter Thomas.
Roberts at first. 5 steals in 5 tries. Ottumwa leading 2-0. Bottom 3. The pitch. In the dirt, that bounces away from Dalton Dowd, and Roberts will get down to second. Makes a big turn, but he'll hang on. And the wild pitch puts a man in scoring position as Javen Rominger's having a little trouble finding the plate right now. One ball, no strikes. Good speed at second, good speed at the plate for Mason City. The pitch. Ground ball, fair down the first base line past a diving Shark. Mason City's going to be on the board for the first time. All the way into the corner. Thomas should have an easy triple. And he will coast in, well, he'll slide into third. Didn't need to. And it's 2-1 with a tying run on third. Really, for the first time all day, the Mason City fans have something to cheer about. Justin Rivera, the batter, a fly ball to right his first time up. Rominger leans in to get the sign. Infield about halfway for Ottumwa. Pitch down and in, ball 1. One and 0 the count to Rivera. The pitch down and in again, 2-0. Boy, Rominger just can't seem to find his spot. Carter Thompson is playing in on the edge of the grass. Shark a couple steps behind the bag at first. Middle infielders again about halfway. Runner at third, 1 out. Ottumwa's lead cut to 2-1. The pitch. Inside again, 3-0. Just saw Coach Yeager get up off his chair, go back into the dugout. He may be thinking about relief pitchers. That pitch on the inside corner for a called strike, 3-1. Javen taking his time between pitches. The 3-1. And it hit him in the arm. So instead of ball 4, a hit batter. Doesn't really matter either way. Runners on the corner. Still only 1 out. Keller Malik, the batter, flew out to center his first time up. Shark in to have a word with Rominger, try to settle him down a bit. Nobody up right now in the Ottumwa bullpen. Keller Malik at the plate. Bulldogs still ahead 2-1 now. There is 1 out, and the hit batter puts runners on the corners. A ground ball to short here, and you could get out of this 6-4-3. Carter Thompson in on the edge of the grass at third. Shark holding Rivera on at first, and the pitch grounded to Thompson. He's going to come home. The throw is wide, all the way to the backstop. The run scores. It's tied at 2. Runners still on the corners now as Rivera goes first to third. Boy, I thought Thompson would take that quick grounder, go to second, try to go around the horn to end the inning with a double play. He decided to go home, had a little trouble getting the ball out of the glove, still had plenty of time, but then just fired well high and wide of Dowd at the plate. So Malik reaches on the fielder's choice. Thomas scores on the E5. Ottumwa's first error of the game of the doubleheader is costly. And the batter, Cooper Weeman, who walked his first time up. The pitch. Liner past a diving Tucker Long into left field, base hit. Runner was on the move. It'll be first and third again, and Mason City leads. RBI single for Weeman. Rivera scores. Malik was on the move on the pitch. He ends up at third. 3 runs home. And the batter, Caden Tyler, who struck out his first time up.
Now batting, Caden Tyler.
And Weeman likely will run at some point in this sequence. Rominger's pitch. Little looper. Runner was going out short, caught by Long. The runner was about 80 feet off the bag. The throw to first, and they will double off Weeman to end the inning. So the aggressiveness helped Mason City take the lead, but then it takes them out of the inning. The Riverhawks do get 3 runs on 2 hits. There was an error and 1 left on. We go to the 4th. Bulldogs trail for the first time all night, 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 4th inning, Ottumwa has work to do now. They trail Mason City 3-2 after the Riverhawks put a 3 spot up thanks to some wildness on the mound in the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Griner, Shark, and Rominger due up here in the 4th. Griner was hit by a pitch but then caught stealing in the 1st. One more warm-up pitch here for Caden Tyler. And now Griner will stand in. Mason City 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error.
Batting for the Bulldogs.
Ottumwa 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. Each team has had a run come home on an error. The Mason City run was unearned. I'm not 100% sure about the Ottumwa run, but either way, the Bulldogs are down a run. Pitch is low and away to Griner, 1-0. If Ron Howard on the public address mic sounds a little loud tonight, that pitch low and away, 2-0. We have to broadcast from this press box with the windows closed. We mentioned that during game 1 so that they can run the air conditioner on the computer rack in the press box and keep their computers cool. Griner with a fly ball pretty well hit to right, going back deep, over his head, opposite field all the way to the fence. Adam hustling for second. He will put on the brakes there with a leadoff double. Griner with his 2nd extra base hit of the doubleheader. He tripled in game 1. Now the tying run in scoring position, nobody out for Tanner Shark, who singled and scored in the 2nd. Finish the thought. You're going to hear Ronnie on the PA here again in a moment.
Now batting, Tanner Shark.
Because the window's closed, we've run a microphone outside the window to try to give you a little crowd noise, but I think it's right under the speaker for Ronnie is Shark shows bunt, pulls a bat back, but takes a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike to Tanner. And a throw back to second, not in time. Griner didn't have a big lead. He sensed the shortstop Roberts breaking in behind him and got back. Mason City has the infield back except for Gold at third, who's standing at that angle as if he expects a bunt. But if Shark bunts it up the first base side, the first baseman, Malik, is so far back, they'd never get anybody out. Tanner hits a fly ball to shallow left. Out is Roberts, but in is Fingelson. He makes the catch for out number 1. That brings up the pitcher, Javen Rominger, singled and scored in the second inning.
Batting pitcher, Javen Rominger.
Left-handed thrower, but a right-handed batter. He'll stand in against Caden Tyler. Tyler in the stretch. Looks like he's a little further over on that first base side now. Breaking ball, strike 0-1. Scoreboard says Ottumwa has 4 hits, but that's not right. They've only got 3. They trail in the run column 3-2. Chopper, third base side, foul. And the count 0-2 on Javen. Top of the 4th inning. When this frame is over, we'll be halfway through game 2. Right now, Ottumwa trailing by a run 3-2. The 0-2. And a late swing on a breaking ball and a foul off to the right. Very defensive by Javen, but he fouled off a tough pitch that might have been coming back to the corner. Count is still 0-2 to Rominger with Braylon Griffiths on deck. A long look at second, and the pitch, line, but foul off to the left. Rominger hit it hard, but pulled it. Still 0-2. Or you wait back another moment, hit that ball into the right center gap. The center fielder, Thomas, playing very shallow. A line drive into either gap, and Javen's running all day. Again, the 0-2. Breaking ball, grounded, foul, third base side. Will do it again. I mean, in game 1, when Thomas was pitching and Fingelson was in center, Fingelson was setting up towards the back of that black Tigerhawk logo. On the previous pitch, Thomas was at the front of that logo, the bottom of it as we're looking at it. He's backed up a few steps now, not that he's listening to me. Still 0-2 to Rominger, but he's fouled off 3 straight pitches with 2 strikes. Griner at second, 1 out, top of the 4th. Ottumwa down a run. The pitch. Fouled straight back. Javen will not go quietly into that good night. Lights are now on here at Banks Field. They have not really taken a lot of effect yet. Still 0-2. Rominger trying to help his own cause. Caden Tyler comes set. Griner dancing around at second. The pitch. Ground ball to third, knocked down by Gold. He'll look Griner back to second, throw to first just in time. Now Griner hustles to third. And there's 2 away. Good base running there by Adam. Rominger missed a base hit by about 6 inches. Gold down on his knees to his left to stab that ground ball. And then Javen nearly beat it out. So here's Griffiths, called out on strikes his first time up. Tying run at third for Ottumwa, but 2 down here in the top of the 4th, trailing 3-2. That pitch fouled back, 0-1. Griffiths digs back in. He had an RBI hit in game 1. He wants another one here. Pitch. Oh, there's another one of those pitches that comes in outside, is framed by Weeman, and it's called a strike, 0-2. That ball is not over the plate. It's over the line of the left-handed batter's box. And I can see from here the catcher pulling that glove in after he catches it. But the umpire's buying it. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. Ottumwa gets a leadoff double from Griner, but strands him at third. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Dogs down 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning, game 2 here at Dwayne Banks Field. Pardon me. My voice tried to cut out there. The scoreboard has gone completely dark here at Banks Field. Ottumwa's trailing 3-2. Mason City has 6, 7, and 8 due up in their order: Gold, Fingelson, and Dietz. Some good news from back home in Ottumwa. After 2 innings at Houston Field, the Ottumwa softball team has opened up a 5-2 lead on Indianola, who's ranked 7th in Class 4A. Jocelyn Ware with a 3-run triple. Ella Aller with an RBI hit. Jordan Paul's an RBI hit as well. That'd be a big feather in the cap for Ottumwa softball. We'll keep track of that game back home. Here in Iowa City, Jake Gold leads it off. He lined out to Tanner Shark at first, his first time up. That pitch on the outside corner for a called strike from Javen Rominger, 0-1. Javen gets his sign from Dowd in the 0-1 pitch. Down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rominger has just not had a lot of success spotting his pitches on the inside corner to right-handed hitters tonight. He's fallen behind, walked a few, hit a batter, gave up 3 runs in that third inning. The 1-1, high, 2-1. Speaking of Ottumwa softball, we'll be on the air with them Saturday morning from Davenport. There's a high chopper over the mound, going to be a tough play. Griner Fields throws on the run, not in time. Infield hit for Gold. That's one of those plays that you don't often get on a natural field. On this field turf, that high hop over the mound. Now, sometimes you can get that on a natural turf, but the ball has to bounce either off the plate or off the hard-packed dirt right in front of the plate. And even then, it doesn't go as high as that one did. Here's Fingelson, struck out his first time up. First pitch, bunts it foul behind the plate, 0-1. Gold at first doesn't have great speed. We saw that in game 1 when he made a base running mistake and ended up getting doubled off on a fly ball. Didn't tag up, tried to score. Bunt shown again, took the pitch at a great curveball from Javen, dropped in there for a strike, 0-2. Now the question is, will Mason City still try to bunt with 2 strikes? Fingelson has 2 sacrifices on the year, so he's gotten a bunt down before. Runner goes, pitch lined into center, coming on bounce, he'll make the catch. Runner's about 80 feet off, throw back to first, right on the money, double play. And there's 2 down. Lucas Barnes with the catch, and then the pinpoint throw to Shark at first. So Gold retired 8-3 in the scorebook. 2 out, nobody on. Dietz the batter, a fly ball to left his first time up. Ottumwa's turned double plays, doubling runners off at first in consecutive innings now. Rominger's pitch caught the inside corner that time for a strike, 0-1. That time Dowd made a little move to frame the pitch and show the umpire and got the strike call. Yeah, if you are Dalton Dowd and you're in the dugout when your team's batting and you watch the other catcher, Weeman, getting pitches called by framing them, as that pitch sails high, 1-1. That's something you need to observe and try to do a little bit yourself, and Dow did it pretty well there on that first pitch. Bottom of the fourth, 2 out, nobody on for Mason City. They lead Ottumwa 3-2. The pitch, downstairs, bounced in the proverbial dirt on this field turf surface. 2-1 the count. Each team with 3 hits, each team with 1 error. As that pitch popped in the air, foul off to the right out of play, 2-2. Ottumwa got their 2 runs in the second. Mason City got 3 in the third. The error was, I think, more critical to Mason City scoring than the Mason City error was to Ottumwa's runs. Now the 2-2. Down and in, and hit him. Second hit batter of the game for Rominger. And that will allow the number 9 hitter in the order, Roberts, to bat. Roberts walked and scored in the third. Roberts batted with 1 out, nobody on an inning ago, drew the walk, and I said at the time, hopefully walking the number 9 hitter doesn't come back to haunt Ottumwa, but it did. As Thomas followed with the RBI triple. Rivera was hit by a pitch, and then a ground ball to third. Ottumwa tried to throw home to get the out, and the throw was wild. Bulldogs could have gotten out of that inning with only 1 run if they hadn't committed the error. First pitch, swing and a miss by Roberts, 0-1. Mason City's had 2 base runners this inning, but one of them was doubled off. As this runner goes, pitch is a strike. The throw down to second, the catch, the tag. Safe is the call. Close play. Griner nearly got the tag down in time, but Dietz steals second. Count is 0-2 to Roberts. And for Alex Dietz, that is his second stolen base of the year. Rominger trying to make it not matter. 0-2 to Roberts. Comes set, looks back at second. The pitch. Just high, I suppose, 1-2. That did not miss by much. One and two to Ethan Roberts. Another look back at second. The pitch. That one sailed in high and away, 2-2. Still haven't seen any activity in the Ottumwa pen. Rominger kind of laboring through these last 2 innings. Even so, he only threw 18 pitches in the third when he gave up 3 runs. Mason City still, for the most part, being aggressive at the plate. The 2-2. Inside corner called, strike 3, and the inning is over. Javen Rominger gets his 3rd strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. After 4, Bulldogs down 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Performance Pipe in Bloomfield is hiring. They have 3 classifications open for hire: molding operators, a molding setup, and a maintenance position. Performance Pipe offers a competitive benefit package including medical, life insurance, pension plan, 401k, paid vacation, and holidays. Applicants must be 18 years or older, have a high school diploma or GED, and a valid driver's license. To apply, go to cpchem.com. Click Careers, type in Bloomfield to see the details of each job and apply for the one that best suits you. Or Google Performance Pipe in Bloomfield and ask for D. Chevron Phillips Chemical Company is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 5th inning and bottom 3 in the Ottumwa order due up. They trail Mason City 3-2 here at Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City. Caden Tyler still on the hill for the Riverhawks. And this is what they needed. This is the end of a long week for them. Game 2 of this doubleheader, their 7th game of the week. And they had to go to the bullpen early in Game 1 today. After this game, Mason City doesn't play again until the 15th when they host Ankeny Centennial. First pitch to Dalton Dowd, swinging a foul back 0-1. Dowd walked his first time up. There is some throwing now in the Ottumwa bullpen as Dowd fouls another one off 0-2. There's a righty throwing on the mound. And there's a couple of other guys playing catch down there. So the righty's throwing in front of the mound, not all the way up in the rubber just yet. It might be Adam Greiner. And a line drive base hit into right field. Well, the right fielder Dietz charged it and wanted to come up, maybe throw to first, thinking he could get Dowd. He wouldn't have had him, but it didn't matter because the first baseman Malik wasn't on the bag. So Dowd with the Ottumwa's fourth hit. We'll get a courtesy runner. That'll be Kason Palm again. Palm was one of the guys playing catch in the pen. Now he grabs a helmet and comes to run.
Now batting, Tucker Long.
So here is Tucker Long, struck out his first time up. Waits on the first pitch, pops it down the left field line. Shallow, long run. That'll land just foul. Long run for Fingelson. He wasn't going to get there, but that ball just on the foul side of the line in shallow left. And that ball kicked over into foul territory after it landed. If that ball is on the proverbial chalk, it would have been second and third. Almost certainly. Instead, an 0-1 count to Long. Shows bunt, pulled the bat back, pitch downstairs, throw down to first, and Palm was breaking for second. He's in there safely. So Case and Palm will get a stolen base. The catcher, Weeman, tried to throw behind Palm. He took off for second. The first baseman, Malik, had no idea that he'd taken off. He caught the throw, turned around to try to apply a tag to thin air at first base. By the time he threw to second, it was way too late. Now both corner infielders come in expecting a bunt. The 1-1. Long bunts it back towards the mound. Good bunt, only play to first. And just getting over there in time to cover is Rivera. Sacrifice is successful. Down to third goes Palm. Score at 1-4, one away for Lucas Barnes, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Tying run at third, only one out. Third baseman Gold is in, the rest of the infield is back. The pitch. Low and away, good stop by Weeman. Behind the other batter's box, 1-0. A wild pitch could tie this game. Barnes with a 1-0 count. Lucas had an RBI in game one. He'd love to pick up another one here and tie this one up. The pitch. Low and away, 2-0. Adam Greiner coming back to the dugout. He is warmed up. He may be coming in the bottom of the fifth. We'll see. The 2-0 to Barnes. High 3-0. Top of the order, Sainer on deck. Three balls, no strikes. Lucas probably taking all the way here. The pitch. Low and away, ball four. Four-pitch walk brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. And Miles Sainer will bat with runners on the corners, but before that, we'll get another visit to the mound from Mason City. No activity in their bullpen. If they are plotting a pitching change in the near future, it's likely to be somebody who's already on the field. Their options probably not ideal, again, given how many games they've played this week. And of all the players on this stat sheet that have pitched this year but haven't pitched this week, none of them have an ERA lower than 9.69, and most of them have an ERA higher than that. So the conference is over. Mason City going through the defensive signals. Ottumwa with runners on the corners and one out in the second inning had a runner get caught stealing at second that allowed a run to score from third. So that is very much on the mind of Mason City now as Sainer stands in 0 for 2, a flyout and a lineout. Long pause, runner goes, pitch, ground ball right side, hit and run base hit, perfectly executed, run scores. Barnes heading for third, the ball got in the alley, it's rolling all the way to the track. Barnes on his way home, Sainer around second, on his way to third. He will get there well ahead of the throw, and the throw gets away and goes into the dugout, and that'll score another run. And Ottumwa leads. Call that maybe a Little League home run for Sainer. He'll get credit for a 2-run triple. And he scores on the overthrow by the second baseman Rivera. 3 runs on one play, and Ottumwa back in front 5-3. When that ball was first hit with the runner in motion, it was a perfect hit and run. As Carter Thompson takes a pitch down low, 1-0. The second baseman, Rivera, was going over to cover the bag at second, and Sainer hit it right behind him into the alley, into that opening that Rivera created. So that brought home Palm. Strike to Thompson, 1-1. Barnes running on the pitch got to third easily, and I was watching Barnes run. I look back up. That ball skipping on that field turf, and again, it's going to roll faster than it does on grass. Chopper left side, slowly hit, waiting on the big hop. Barehanding it is Tyler. Throw to first in time. Good play. 2 down. And the batter, Adam Griner, 1 for 1 with the double and hit by a pitch. But to finish the thought, when that ball got into the outfield going to right center, we talked earlier about how Thomas was playing shallow. And he could not get over and cut that ball off as it moved quickly on the field turf all the way out to the fence. So Barnes came home easily. Sainer pumping for third. Rivera never should have thrown the ball to third. They never had a chance to get him. Pitch outside to Griner, ball 1. And then the throw got away not only from Gold, but from the pitcher, Tyler, backing him up, and it went into the Mason City dugout, automatically advancing Sainer home with the third run on the play. 5-3 Ottumwa. Pitch in the dirt to Griner, 2-0. So Ottumwa turning this game around, starting with the bottom of the order. Dowd singled. Palm ran for him. Stole second when they tried to pick him off from the catcher's spot. Went to third on the long sacrifice bunt. Barnes walked. Pitch low and away to Griner, 3-0. And then the triple by Sainer, scoring 2. And then Sainer scoring on the overthrow. There's now 2 out, nobody on. 3-0 to Griner. Shark on deck. Tyler from the windup, the pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. Griner taking all the way. The wind and the 3-1. Outside ball 4. Weeman tried to frame that one, couldn't get the call, and Griner waited a moment before tossing the bat away and then shares a chuckle with his dugout as he goes down to first. Another walk brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Tanner Shark, the batter, 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. For those of you like me who have an interest in scorekeeping, there's something in this inning that's still interesting. We'll get to that in a moment. Throw to first, Griner back in. Miles Sainer, without the throwing error that scored him, would still be at third. We're going to assume that the grounder by Thompson, fielded by Tyler and thrown to first, would not have brought Sainer home. As that pitch cued up the third baseline, fair behind the bag, and unable to field it is Gold. Everybody's safe. Griner takes a big turn but stops at second, and we'll see how they score this one. First and second now for Rominger. And that makes what I was talking about either more interesting or moot. Because the question would have been if Griner, who walked, or if Shark, who was up after him, got a hit, then Sainer's run would be earned because he would have scored anyway. Now he would have scored, But was that another error? Pitch is a strike to Rominger, 0-1. They've put a hit on the board. Would have been a tough play behind the bag at third for Gold. So we go base hit. That'll make the Sainer run earned. Griner dancing around at second. And a slow chopper third base side. Gold charges this one. Bobbles this. He can't make the play, and the bases are loaded. That one will be an error. Griner to third. Shark to second. Rominger at first. And the ninth batter of the inning is Braylon Griffiths, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Luke Reinhardt will be the courtesy runner again for Rominger. Time called, and we'll get a visit to the mound here. And I think that's going to be all for Caden Tyler. Not totally his fault this inning, but Ottumwa has manufactured 3 runs, and they've got 3 more on base with 2 down. Waiting to see if they do indeed make a change. And that is the head coach, Troy Root, and he looks like he's exhorting his entire infield, not just his pitcher. Home-plate umpire out to break it up. And just as he gets there, they do break it up, and it looks like Caden Tyler's staying in. So he'll face Griffiths, whom he struck out twice. 3 runs on the board in the inning. Ottumwa leading 5-3, bases loaded, 2 out. There were 2 out and nobody on. Griner walked. Shark credited with an infield hit on a ball right behind the bag at third that was bobbled. Then a slow roller by Rominger that was also bobbled by Gold. Pitch down low, ball 1. No place to put him. A Bulldog at every base. Ottumwa's got the lead back. They've still got to get 9 more outs defensively since Mason City is the home team in this game. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fooled on a breaking ball that ended up in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Griffiths the 9th man to bat in the inning. Ottumwa batting around here, but hoping to continue past Griffiths. Griffiths gets on. We've got at least another run on the board. The 1-1. Low and away, 2-1. Ottumwa with 3 hits in the inning, 6 in the game. And the pitch. Fastball strike, 2-2. Mason City, 2 errors in the inning, 3 in the game. 2-2 to Griffiths. Bases full of Bulldogs and 2 down. Top 5. Ottumwa leading by 2 in the pitch. Low and away, 3-2. We've gone as far as we can go. Bases loaded, 2 out, full count. Runners will be in motion on the pitch. Although Griner probably not as strongly from third, doesn't want to get hit by a line drive. Ball 4 means a run. Strike 3 ends the inning. A base hit probably scores at least 2. 3-2 to Griffiths. The payoff. Swing and a foul. Just got a piece of it over towards the Mason City dugout. We do it again at 3-2. Griner at third, Shark at second, Reinhardt at first. Griffiths at the plate trying to add on to this 2-run Ottumwa lead. And Tyler steps off the rubber. Big turning point in this game. 3-2 to Griffiths. Runners go. The pitch, swing and a foul. Braylon stays alive again. Three balls, 2 strikes. Caden Tyler again is ready. The pitch. Lifted into left center field, but underneath it is Carter Thomas, the center fielder, to make the catch and retire the side. Ottumwa, though, gets 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and they leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs back in front 5-3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Ottumwa now has a 5-3 lead. And the Bulldogs will go to the bullpen to try to preserve it the rest of the way. Adam Greiner, who was playing second base, is now pitching. And Luke Reinhardt, who had been a courtesy runner for Javen Rominger a couple of times in this game, he's now playing second base. And presumably batting 5th in the spot that had been occupied by Rominger. Greiner's pitching numbers, this will be his 4th appearance. He has 1 start. He's 0-2, ERA 9.45. 6 2/3 innings pitched, 11 hits allowed, 11 runs, 9 earned, 3 walks, 3 hit batters, 6 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .236 against him. First batter he will face is the top of the order, Carter Thomas. Thomas is 1 for 2 with a triple, an RBI, and a run scored. Righty to lefty, Greiner winds and delivers, and a swing and a miss, 0-1. Just keep swinging at that first pitch. 5-3 Ottumwa. Bulldogs turning the game around with a 3 spot in the top half of this 5th inning. Now the 0-1 from Adam. Low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Greiner winds and delivers, and his 1-1 is lined into right field. That's down for a base hit. Leadoff single for Carter Thomas. And now that sets him up to add to his stolen base total. He has 14 on the season. Justin Rivera, the batter, 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and has scored a run.
Now batting number 2, Justin Rivera.
Rivera looking into the dugout for the signs and now stands in. Greiner's pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Mason City down 2. It's 5-3 Ottumwa, bottom 5. I would think a stolen base is more likely than a bunt here. They don't have to get both back this inning, but I'd be a little surprised if they were playing for 1 run right now. We'll see. Greiner's pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. Well, they won't be bunting now, you wouldn't think. The line, by the way, on the Ottumwa starter, Javen Rominger, 4 innings pitched, 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 3 hits, 2 walks, couple hit batters, 3 strikeouts, and 56 pitches. Rominger is actually in line to win the game, as he's pitched enough innings, and Ottumwa took the lead before Greiner took them out. Runner goes, the 0-2, low and away all the way to the backstop. Thomas will make the turn at second, but hold on. It is not a wild pitch because he was running, so it's a stolen base, his 15th of the year. Counts 1-2 to Rivera. I'm maybe a tad surprised that Ottumwa didn't pitch out there. That would have been a good time to pitch out 0-2. Now runner at second, nobody out, 1-2 to Rivera. And Carter Thomas at second base was telling Rivera to call time, which he did, and now Dowd out to talk to Greiner. That was interesting. Not sure why the runner at second, Thomas, would be telling the batter to call time. Now, Thomas is a senior and Rivera just a sophomore, so that might just have been a more experienced player helping a younger player out. Griner, long look back at second in the 1-2. Swing and a foul, just got a piece of it at the plate, still 1-2. Boy, Adam could use a strikeout here. He has 6 2/3 innings coming in, so that is part of his arsenal. Needs a good pitch here. The 1-2. Ground ball left side through the whole base hit. Thomas had to hold to make sure it would get through. So runners on the corners and nobody out. The batter, Keller Malik, who is 0 for 2 with a flyout and a fielder's choice. Ottumwa 3 runs in the top half of this inning to go in front 5-3, but Mason City right back with 2 on, nobody out in the bottom half. Now, does Mason City want to play small ball here? Ottumwa, with runners on the corners in the top of the 5th inning, pulled off a hit and run to absolute perfection, ended up scoring everybody. First pitch, slow roller right side. Griner gets to it, only plays to first in time. That'll score a run. It's 5-4. Over to second goes Rivera. Thomas home. Malik retired 1-3. He'll get an RBI. Tying run at second. There is 1 out now, so Ottumwa gets that. And the batter is Cooper Weeman, who has walked and hit an RBI single. Lights now taking more effect here at Banks Field. Kind of weird being here at night. I think every other time we've played here, it's been in the middle of the day. First pitch sailed over the head of Weeman for ball 1. I believe the other 2 times we played Mason City here, those started at 2 in the afternoon. Those were also in July, and it was hot both years. And then, of course, we had a daytime state tournament game last July, and it was hot that day as well. Playing under the lights at Banks Field for the first time is Ottumwa. Here's the 1-0. Low and away runner goes. Throw down to third, not in time. Rivera picked the right pitch to run on. He steals third. On a breaking ball low and away, it's 2-0 to Weeman. Tying run at third and only 1 out. Griner really needs a strikeout here, but he is behind. Adam will work from the windup here. The pitch. Low and away, 3-0. Caden Tyler on deck. Three balls, no strikes. The pitch. On the outside corner, 3-1. Griner can close out games. The big one he had last year was Game 2 at Urbandale when we finally knocked off the Jayhawks on the road. The 3-1 here. Over but low, ball 4. Runners on the corners again. Now that's the go-ahead run at first with only 1 out, and Weeman's already stolen a base in this game. He'll be running, I'm sure. Caden Tyler is struck out and lined into a double play. Bulldogs could really use a double play grounder here, but I don't think Mason City will give them much of a chance. Sometime early in this sequence, Weeman should be on the move. But we're delayed here as Mason City head coach Tracy Rude went through the signs, and Tyler didn't seem to understand them, so Rude out of the dugout to put his arm around Tyler and tell him exactly what he wants him to do. Runners on the corners, still only 1 out. Carter Thompson in on the grass at third. Shark holding Weeman on at first. Griner's pitch, runner goes. It's a strike. Throw down to second. Nobody covered second. And now coming home on that throw is Rivera to tie the game at 5. Dowd came up throwing, and neither Reinhardt at second nor Long at short came over. Long did get behind the bag at second to keep that throw from going into center. But Weeman steals second, and Rivera steals home on the throw, and that ties the game. Now the go-ahead run at second with only one out. I think the pitch was a strike. Scoreboard says 1-0, but I thought the pitch was a strike. We'll see. The next offering, inside. And the count is 1-1. One ball, one strike. More activity in the Ottumwa bullpen. That looks like Jared Mitchell. The pitch. Low, 2-1. In case you're wondering what Ottumwa has for relievers, as this 2-1 pitch is chopped foul, third base side, 2-2. I know some people would naturally think, well, is Tucker Long available? He is not. He was the starting pitcher in the win over Centerville on Tuesday. Two balls, two strikes. Runner at second, one out. Adams' pitch. Chopped foul at the plate. We'll do it again at 2-2. Back and forth game two. Ottumwa 2 in the second. Mason City 3 in the third. Ottumwa 3 in the top of this fifth inning. Mason City's tied it with 2. They have a runner at second, still only one out. Griner looks back at second again, and he'll pivot and bluff Cooper Weeman back to the bag as Reinhard was over there to cover. The pitch, low and away, good stop by Dowd. Count is full, 3-2. Jake Gold on deck. Three balls, two strikes. Griner kicks and delivers. Runner goes and stops, and it's up and in, ball 4. I don't know what Weeman was doing out there. Kind of got a half break and then put the brakes on. But the second straight walk issued by Griner. First and second one out for Gold, who was lined out and singled, but was then doubled off of first. Double play is in order again. Griner's pitch. Ground ball to third. Thompson has it. He'll go to second for one. That's all they're going to get. The relay not in time. Both Thompson and Reinhardt had a little trouble getting it out of their gloves, but they do get the second out as Tyler is thrown out 5-4 on the fielder's choice. Weeman to third. Gold at first. And the batter is James Fingelson, who was struck out and flied out 0 for 2. Go ahead run at third now, but there are two down. Fingelson, the tall, lanky left-handed batter, leans over the plate. The pitch. Low and away, runner goes, and they throw it just back to the mound. Gold, I don't know what he was doing there, maybe trying to draw a throw. He stopped about 5 feet from second base, just kind of looked at Griner, and Adams like he didn't even care. So now 2 in scoring position. Counts 1-0. Up high with the pitch, and it's 2-0. A single, a stolen base. Another single, an RBI ground out. Another single, a walk. A double steal that scored a run, another walk. And here's a liner in the left center, base hit that's going to score 2. That'll roll all the way to the fence. Fingelson around second. He wants 3, and he will have a sliding triple. It is 7-6, or pardon me, it is 7-5 in favor of Mason City.
Next up, Alex Dietz.
Boy, that was about the worst possible result there. 2-run triple for Fingelson. He came into the game hitting just .250, and he hadn't looked very good at the plate before that at bat. Now Alex Dietz pitched low and away, ball 1. Now Ottumwa's got a rally from down 2. One and 1 the count now to Dietz. Griner's next offering, fouled back, and it's 1-2. Four runs home in the inning for Mason City. They lead 7-5. That pitch just off the inside corner. Griner wanted that call, didn't get it. 2-2. Ottumwa had a chance to get out of the inning with the game tied, but Fingelson, tripling into the left center gap, scored the 2 runs to put Mason City ahead. The pitch, swinging a foul back. We'll do it again at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, breaking ball called, strike 3. Griner got the call that time. The inning is finally over. Strikeout brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa, but Mason City gets 4 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. Walks were very costly to Ottumwa that inning. 1 left on base. We go to the 6th. Bulldogs down 7-5 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced, professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning, Ottumwa's got to claw their way back again. They now trail Mason City 7-5 here at Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City. Quick check back home in Houston Field. More good news. Ella Aller has hit a 2-run home run for the Bulldogs softball team. They now lead Indianola 7-3 after 4 innings at Houston Field. That tweet's a little bit old. We'll see if there's an update. I want to thank our good buddy Scott Jackson with the Ottumwa Courier for keeping track back home. Now it looks like it is 7-5 after 5 innings as Indianola's clawed a couple of runs back there. So 7-5 good for the softball team. 7-5 right now not so good for the Bulldog baseball team. Dalton Dowd leads it off. Ottumwa got 3 runs in the 5th inning. Dowd led that inning off with a single. He's also walked in this game. Has a 1-0 count as Caden Tyler's next pitch is on the inside corner. That'll even things up at a ball and a strike. Back and forth affair here in Iowa City. Dowd fouls that one straight back and the count 1-2. Ottumwa won game 1 comfortably, 8-0. Complete game shutout for Tanner Shark. Game 2, a different story. Bulldogs got 2 in the 2nd. Mason City 3 in the 3rd. Ottumwa 3 in the 5th, but Mason City 4 in the 5th, and they lead Ottumwa 7-5. Now the 1-2. Way outside, 2-2. Tyler from the wind-up, the pitch. Inside, Dowd dances out of the way. Count is full at 3-2. The wind and the payoff pitch to Dowd. Chopper to the right side. Rivera gets to it, throws to first in time, out number 1. That brings up Tucker Long 0 for 1. Had a sacrifice bunt his last time up.
Batting for Ottumwa, Tucker Long.
Bulldogs need base runners. Top of the 6th, down 7-5. First pitch misses, ball 1. Next offering misses and quickly Long ahead 2-0. The wind by Tyler in the 2-0. Outside 3-0. Bulldogs will take a walk right here. Mason City 7 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. Ottumwa 5 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. That pitch on the outside corner to Long, 3-1. Actually, I have Ottumwa with only 1 error, not 2. Pitch, strike at the knees, says the umpire. Count is full, 3-2. Long willing to take that pitch, hoping it was too low, but now it's a full count. The payoff pitch. Down and in, ball 4, got all the way to the backstop. A 1-out walk for Tucker Long, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Lucas Barnes represents a tying run. No official at bat in this game. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. He walked and scored in the 5th. Troy Root out of the Mason City dugout. He has stuck with Caden Tyler a long time in this game, knowing that he doesn't have a lot left available to pitch this week. Is he finally going to turn it over to somebody else? Well, it looks like he's going to bring back Carter Thomas, the center fielder who was a Game 1 starter. He's jogging in from center field. He threw 40 pitches, so he's still eligible to pitch Game 2. He was not effective in Game 1. But apparently, or maybe not. Well, let's see here. Nope. Yep, Caden Tyler is leaving now. So it is a call to the bullpen. We'll take 30 seconds and sort out the changes on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Carter Thomas in to pitch, and it's down low to Lucas Barnes, ball 1. So Thomas, who pitched 2 innings plus 3 batters in Game 1, gave up 7 runs on 5 hits and threw 40 pitches. He's on in relief now, with 1 on, 1 out. That pitch on the inside corner to Barnes, 1-1. James Fingelson moved from left field to center field. Justin Rivera went from second base to left field. And Jake Gold went from third base to second base. As there's a ground ball to short, Roberts has it clean, goes to second for 1. The relay to first not in time. So Barnes replaces Long at first. There's 2 down. Long retired 6-4. And the batter, Miles Sainer, who is 1 for 3 with a 2-run triple and a run. The starting pitcher, Caden Tyler, moves over to third base. And now Sainer bats. The pitch sails high, ball 1. So Carter Thomas took the Game 1 loss, but if he sees this one out and the score doesn't change, he might get the Game 2 save. Swing and a miss by Sainer, and the count even at a ball and a strike. This is Thomas's second relief appearance of the year. I don't know if the other one came on the same day he made his start. He only threw 40 pitches, so he's got a lot in terms of the pitch count rule. That pitch way high, and the count 2-1. You're allowed to throw 110 in a day, so he still has 70 at his disposal. Someone would like to make him use that many because they'd probably get some runs on the board that way. Now a throw to first, and Barnes dives back in safely. Might not be the worst idea to run here. You are down 2, but if you could find a way to get 1 back here in the 6th, it would at least make the 7th inning potentially easier. The pitch, fouled straight back, 2-2 to Sainer. If Barnes were to be caught stealing, then you'd have the top of the order leading off the 7th. Two balls, 2 strikes, runner at first, 2 down, top 6. Ottumwa batting, but trailing 7-5. The pitch, runner goes, swinging a foul back. Sainer had to protect on a tough breaking ball, and he stays alive. And now the catcher, Weeman, halfway to the mound to talk to Thomas. Still 2-2 to Sainer. Pitch on the way. In the dirt, runner goes, delayed steal, throw down to second, and the tag in time, he is out. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a walk, but nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Ottumwa trailing Mason City 7-5 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bulldog baseball on KBIZ, bottom of the 6th inning, and a new Ottumwa pitcher, their third of the game. Jared Mitchell is on in relief of Adam Greiner. Mitchell on the year, making his third appearance. He has 1 start, 0-1, 11.05 ERA, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 11 runs, 10 earned, 6 walks, 3 hit batters, 3 strikeouts. Opponents have hit 200 against him, but he's been a little wild. Adam Greiner pitched just 1 inning, and a tough inning it was. Allowed 4 runs on 3 hits. Struck out 1, but he walked 2, and those were 2 critical walks in that inning. And right now, Greiner would be on the hook for the loss if Ottumwa doesn't rally in the 7th. Jared Mitchell's job is to keep Mason City from extending the lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Ottumwa trails 7-5. 9-1-2 in the Riverhawk order. Roberts has walked and scored and has struck out. Has yet to put the ball in play in Game 2. Mitchell's first offering Little roller to the right side. Griner, who's back at second, over to get it. Throw to first and one down. So Adam Griner now back at second base. And Jared Mitchell is batting in the number 5 spot. Carter Thomas, the batter. 2 for 3, a triple, a single, an RBI, 2 runs scored. Mitchell's pitch, breaking ball, caught the outside corner, strike 1. Ottumwa will have the top of the order due up in the 7th. Sainer, Thompson, and Griner. Anybody gets on Shark. Then you have the pitcher's spot, and I doubt Jared Mitchell would take that at bat. Pop foul back into the left out of play, 0-2 to Carter Thomas. Light shining brightly here at Dwayne Banks Field. Still some light in the sky. Gotta love summertime. I know it's not officially summer yet, but it's June. The 0-2. Liner past Griner into right field for a 1-out single. Boy, Thomas kind of awkwardly rounding the bag at first. 1 on, 1 out for Justin Rivera. 1 for 2. He's flied out, been hit by a pitch, singled. He's got 2 stolen bases and 2 runs scored. And expect runners in motion again.
Mason City, Justin Rivera.
One on, 1 out. Runner goes, pitch is a strike. The throw down to second, not in time. Thomas with his 16th steal of the year. 0-1 to Rivera. Step throw back to second, and they've got Thomas off the bag, and he's out. Wow. Jared Mitchell and Adam Griner combined. They share a high five. Carter Thomas was about 3 steps off the bag, and Mitchell just wheeled around and threw to Griner. Thomas didn't even move until Griner had the ball and then had nowhere to go. So 2 out. Now the 0-1 to Rivera with nobody on base. Breaking ball fouled back 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The wind by Mitchell and the pitch. Low and away, 1-2. Boy, Mitchell and Griner caught Mason City napping on that pickoff. I'm not sure Thomas knows what happened. The pitch, roller out to short. Tucker Long has this routine play, fires to first. Dug out by Shark, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, but nobody left. Last chance for Ottumwa in Game 2. They need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. It's 7-5 Mason City on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 7th inning, Mason City, 7 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. Ottumwa, 5 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. And Ottumwa's got to find a way to put at least 2 on the board to avoid settling for a split here at Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City. Bulldogs won Game 1 8-0. But top of the 7th here, they trail 7-5. Top of the order due up, Sainer, Thompson, and Griner. Anybody gets on Shark. Miles Sainer, 1 for 3 with a triple, 2 RBI and a run, was at the plate when Lucas Barnes was caught stealing to end the top of the 6th. First pitch from Carter Thomas, inside corner strike, 0-1. Ottumwa got to Thomas for 7 runs in Game 1. Need to get him for 2 more here in Game 2 at least. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Tied him up inside 0-2. Miles digs back in. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Fouled back. Defensive swing fought it off. Another pitch that came at him on the inside corner. Still 0-2. Lefty's pitch. Pop foul back to the screen. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Thomas working quickly here. Now steps off the rubber. Takes a moment, now returns. Sainer ready. Another 0-2 pitch. Popped up, left side. Shortstop Roberts underneath it. Makes the catch, out number 1. Carter Thompson, the batter, he's grounded out 7 straight times in this doubleheader. Now that comes with a caveat. In the 3rd inning, he hit a line drive that the third baseman at the time, Jake Golden, knocked down, picked up, and threw him out. It went in the book as a ground out. But in this game, it's officially 2 ground balls to the third baseman and 1 to the pitcher. Game 1, he grounded out once to second and 3 times to short. Bulldogs need a base runner to get the tying run to the plate. And before Thompson bats, the catcher Weeman meeting with Thomas halfway between the mound and the plate. See if Thompson can square one up here. Find a way to get on. First pitch. High, ball 1. Bulldogs down 7-5, 1 out, nobody on. Oh my goodness, that pitch was outside. The catcher Weeman pulled it in to frame it. He pulled it in a foot. The umpire gave him the strike call, 1-1. Now the next pitch. Pop foul off to the right, out of play, 1-2. Thompson steps out for a moment trying to break the rhythm of Thomas. Now the 1-2. Outside 2-2. That pitch was so far outside, even the frame job couldn't get it back to the plate. 2-2. The wind and the pitch. Up and in, 3-2. Bulldogs would take a walk here, certainly. Anything to get a runner on. The payoff pitch, and that one slipped out of the hand of Thomas, missed high and away, ball 4. Another walk brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. The tying run will come to the plate. And Adam Greiner, who is 1 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch. He's doubled and he's walked. After 6 innings at Houston Field, Ottumwa's lead over Indianola is down to 7-6 in Bulldog softball. Here in baseball, pitch is a strike to Greiner, 0-1. Adams had a pretty good night at the plate. He needs another good swing here. Long pause by Thomas, and the pitch. Wow, that ball was a foot outside. The catcher pulled it back in. The umpire gave him that, 0-2, and there were audible cries from the Bulldog fans and maybe the Bulldog dugout, too. That was bad. Greiner now down on the count, 0-2. The pitch. Inside corner called strike 3, 2 down. I don't think Adam has a beef about the third strike, but the second one was atrocious. Ottumwa down to its final out. Tanner Shark at the plate. 2 for 3, 2 singles and a run. Thompson at first, 2 down. And Mason City will play behind Thompson. First baseman Malik will not hold him on. His run doesn't matter right now. Ottumwa's down 2. He goes. Pitch is in the dirt. That is not a steal, as they weren't even bothering to hold him on. It's 1-0 to Shark. Now, Tanner's not a guy who's going to drill the ball over the fence, probably, especially against a left-handed pitcher. He takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Tanner does have an inside-the-park home run in his career. That came last year. And again, you've got an outfield playing somewhat shallow, a big outfield here in Iowa City. As Thomas bluffs to second, nobody was covering, and Thompson gets back. But if you hit the ball in the right spot, it rolls out to the fence. And with Tanner's speed, you could see it happen. He pokes that foul back to the screen to Ottumwa down to its final strike, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Tanner steps way out of the box to adjust the batting gloves. Runner at second, 2 down. Bulldogs trail 7-5 down to their last strike. The pitch. Poked foul sharply off to the left. Over towards that third base dugout, sent some Mason City folks scattering. They're trying to figure out where that ball went. Still 1-2. Jared Mitchell is on deck. And the pitch. Blown away all the way to the backstop. That'll get Thompson to third. Wild pitch again. He's not the one that matters. The tying run is Shark at the plate. Ottumwa down 2. If you get Tanner on base, then you try to find a way to work him around and home, but he's got to get on. The 3-2. Little flare, right field, backing up is Gold. He'll make the catch. And that's the ball game as Ottumwa won game 1, but they dropped game 2. The final score is 7-5 in favor of Mason City. We'll take 3 minutes, come back, and wrap up an entertaining doubleheader on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Hello, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager with Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine. We specialize in pediatrics to geriatrics, internal medicine, and family practice, basically from babies to grandparents. We are here for you. We want to be your primary care provider. Call us at 641-683-0800 to schedule an appointment. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic, 522 North Hancock Street in Ottumwa. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Performance Pipe in Bloomfield is hiring. They have 3 classifications open for hire: molding operators, a molding setup, and a maintenance position. Performance Pipe offers a competitive benefit package including medical, life insurance, pension plan, 401k, paid vacation, and holidays. Applicants must be 18 years or older, have a high school diploma or GED, and a valid driver's license. To apply, go to cpchem.com. Click Careers, type in Bloomfield to see the details of each job and apply for the one that best suits you. Or Google Performance Pipe in Bloomfield and ask for D. Chevron Phillips Chemical Company is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
Hi everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Welcome back to Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City. Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs end up with a split against Mason City. On this trip to the home of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Bulldogs won game 1 8-0, but Mason City wins the nightcap 7-5. The totals for the Riverhawks: 7 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors, 4 left on base. Caden Tyler, the winning pitcher, now 3-0. Carter Thomas earns his first save. For Ottumwa, 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 5 left on base. Adam Griner, the loss, now 0-3. The ball game took 2 hours and 3 minutes to complete. Ottumwa drops to 7-8 on the season. Mason City improves to 9-10. We'll take one more 3-minute timeout, come back and finish it up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time to Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City, where Ottumwa baseball splits a doubleheader with Mason City. The Bulldogs win Game 1 8-0. Mason City takes the nightcap 7-5. Before we sign off, I want to congratulate the Ottumwa High softball team. They hang on to beat Class 4A number 7 Indianola 7-6 tonight at Houston Field. 4 wins in a row for Ottumwa softball. Looking forward to seeing them on Saturday. I want to thank all of our sponsors one more time: Roto-Rooter, Bridge City Realty, Community First Credit Union, Mike and the team at Mike's Pizza, Family First Chiropractic, Reflection Studio, Meridian Credit Union, Mercy One Ottumwa, Lisco, Lee's Photography, Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa, and Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Our next broadcast of Ottumwa High Athletics will be Saturday morning when the Bulldogs softball team plays in the Davenport West Tournament. Ottumwa will take on Fort Madison at 10:30 Saturday morning, and then stay on the field and play West Burlington. So it's a 10:30 first pitch. We'll be on the air at about 10:20 on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. A big thank you to Bulldog baseball head coach John Yeager for helping us prepare for today's broadcast, and a big thank you to both of my producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, and Brandon Drew, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. I also want to give a thank you to my good friend Scott Jackson from the Ottumwa Courier, helping to keep us updated on Ottumwa softball and their victory tonight. Finally, I want to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Baseball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. My name's Jason Van Arkel. I will talk to you Saturday morning when the Ottumwa softball team plays in the Davenport West Tournament. Until then, good night, everybody.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.